Hi, welcome to Project Geospatial. I'm Adam Simmons here at the 2025 GEOINT Symposium in St. Louis, Missouri. This round, I have the pleasure of talking to Burt Wagner with Broadcom. So before we talk about who Broadcom is, can you tell me a little bit more about yourself and how you got involved with the industry?
Sure, Adam. My name is Burt Wagner. I've been a data architect for about 25 years, mostly supporting the U.S. intelligence community and federal law enforcement agencies, kind of helping them design data solutions and systems to help catch bad guys.
That's great. Now, now Broadcom, who is Broadcom?
Broadcom is one of the largest corporations in the world. It actually started as a chip company, a semiconductor company, and that's still the largest portion of its business. In November of 2023, Broadcom acquired VMware, which is the virtualization solution that many people are familiar with. vSphere, vCenter are products that have wide name recognition, and I was part of the VMware acquisition. But what most people don't know is that Broadcom, in addition to its VMware virtualization business, also has significant data products that we bring to the industry, and they are in widespread use throughout both the commercial industry as well as the federal government, and even some very mission-critical systems in the intelligence community.
Awesome. Well, can you tell me a little bit more about that in terms of any more generalized examples to give people an idea what that means?
Sure. So the two solutions that I'm actually here at GEOINT to talk about are Gemfire and Greenplum, and these are both database products. And they are designed to work at very large scale and provide significant analytics capabilities. So GEOINT is a data-centric business. That's what a GEOINT analyst does, is they actually look at geospatial data and draw conclusions from that data. And our tools help them do that by giving them a really broad analytics toolkit to go ahead and use to look at significant volumes of data. The solution that we're talking about here is called Unified Data Management, or UDM. UDM is three Broadcom software components. The central one is Greenplum. Now, Greenplum is a database that's actually been around for almost 25 years now. It is a scale-out solution that is based on the open source database Postgres.
Nice.
So people who have any skills with Postgres can very quickly come in and be effective using Greenplum. The difference is that when you have a Postgres database, once it gets bigger than 5 or 6 terabytes of data, it starts to get really hard to make it perform. Greenplum is actually designed to work in a massive parallel processing environment, to scale out to hundreds or thousands of servers and give you significant scale. We have customers, both in the government and in commercial industry, running tens of petabytes of data in a single database.
Well, that's amazing, first of all, and it overlaps with some of the open source community. You'd be interested to hear about Postgres' limitations if they're not already aware, if they deal with data is that size. So I love that you have that data point right there of where's a good transitionary point of when that type of technology becomes a little bit less effective, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, in the 5 to 10 terabyte range, that's when people start who have a Postgres database start looking at things like, do we want to split this into multiple databases so that we can tune it easier? Do we want to look at a different platform? Greenplum actually runs the Postgres kernel as its database kernel. So anything that natively runs in Postgres natively runs in Greenplum.
Okay.
What's really kind of great about that for the geospatial community is PostGIS is one of the most widely used GIS solutions in the world.
Yeah.
Well, now what we've done is we've taken PostGIS and given it scale. So now we can have several petabytes of GIS data that could actually still use PostGIS as its platform. And all the interfaces that has to other tools. PostGIS integrates very well with ArcGIS, other well-known GIS platforms, Google Earth, et cetera, so forth. And that gives us the ability to go ahead and give that a much significantly larger scale.
Well, I appreciate that insight and that specific aspect of the technology. I think that's really helpful to understand how, one, not just how interoperable we are with open source tech, but also how well you're able to scale and fill the gap by the needs of your customers. So can we go back to Broadcom a little bit?
Okay.
I would say, what I've known Broadcom for is a lot of interconnectivity in terms of understanding networks, right? Big networks in terms of fiber networks and many other types of networks out there. Can you talk about a little bit more about the relevancy or why this community should care about what you do a little bit more deeply?
So Broadcom's business, actually, most of the business of the corporation is in in chip solutions, and those absolutely power significant routers, significant other network components. VMware also brought to the table virtualized networks. That's one of the big capabilities within our VCF solution, and that's something that we have deployed very widely within the intelligence community. We have a number of agencies that are working with that today, as well as elsewhere in the federal government, the Department of Defense, the Department of Justice. So there's significant use across the board of those other products.
That's amazing. We're not going to keep it on too long. In terms of wrapping up, is there anything that you would like our audience, or actually anybody who attends a GEOINT, to understand about Broadcom that maybe they always seem to miss?
The big thing that people don't really know about Broadcom is that we also have big data solutions, and that's exactly why I came here to talk about that. UDM offers two components to a big data solution that we really don't see in the marketplace. The first is we have integrated other tools into our unified data management solution that allow us to cross network security boundaries. So if you have like an unclassified sensor network and we have to bring that data onto some system high database, we can facilitate that. And we also have capabilities to operate in what's called DDIL networks. That's, networks where the connectivity is intermittent or very low bandwidth. We have solutions to help mitigate that as well. And actually, people talk about being able to do things on the edge. And computing artificial intelligence models at the edge really isn't mathematically or physically feasible. The problem is bringing the data back centrally to someplace like Greenplum, where we have significant tooling to do detailed analysis, to build artificial intelligence models and machine learning models, to build vector-based models to support large language models. All of these capabilities that people are looking for today, we can do that centrally in the Greenplum solution after bringing the data in, and then take the data products from that, like a model of an AI model that you've built. We can export that as a couple of hundred lines of code, which then you can run on a drone flying in theater, or an operator carrying a very small device can run that AI out on the edge.
That's awesome. That's an excellent example. I appreciate you giving me that insight. I want to thank you for joining us, have a conversation about who you are and who Broadcom is. It's a pleasure having you on, sir.
Great to meet you, Adam. Thank you.
I'm Adam Simmons of Project Geospatial. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to everybody next time.